Howdy! Apparently this is the second video that I've done, and hopefully this one goes up too. I actually didn't expect that I would actually upload that first video, so that's pretty cool. It means I've done something, and everything else after that will hopefully be a step up. So today I figured I'd just kind of share something else that I've been working on, thinking about doing a lot of stuff on. So there's a YouTube channel called Ben Eater, and it's this guy called Ben Eater, and I think he did a lot of work, or maybe some work for Khan Academy at one point. I don't know, I saw him on some kind of feature thing on Khan Academy's YouTube page. Anyways, this guy does videos about electronics, stuff that should be on Khan Academy but isn't. He also sells these like kits that you can use to build certain things. And so I wanted to share something that I've been working on, which is his 6502 based little computer thing. Really what it is it's a video series where he basically takes a microprocessor and builds off of that to do the Hello World program. Whenever you start programming, you basically start by learning how to print Hello World on the terminal. So let me show you what I've got so far. I've not really gotten super far, but I've also done a ton of research along the way and learned things throughout this process. So this is a breadboard, well, two breadboards actually. And this thing, well, I should probably plug it in and like actually show you how it works. I don't have anything fancy, but I do have a 5-volt thing over here, so I can at least show you the timing circuit. Anyways, I want to make this a short video, by the way, so I'm going to not really go into too much detail because I overanalyze everything, in case you don't know. God, I'm saying this the royal you, or whatever the hell, as though, you're my friend watching me do stuff. Anyways, actually, it's interesting. I kind of got the idea for this video because I had some friends over and I was showing them some stuff that I was working on, including this. So I won't really be able to show you the code stuff, but I can show you my thingamabob. This is my timer circuit thing. So this whole breadboard over here basically is able to either output a push button thing. That's that blue LED. That blue LED, by the way, do not watch if you're sensitive to lights flashing and get seizures, because that would not be a fun thing. Yeah, I'm going to put that in the description of this video. Yeah, anyways, the blue light basically signifies that the clock is outputting some kind of signal. I can switch it from a push button activation to a timer activated thing, and that's what these 555 timers are. Those are, let me take this thing out. I'm terrible at describing this, by the way, so this is literally just a brain dump, and I hope that that's okay. I guess it should be, because I have 0 subscribers and I have 1 view on my last video, and that's probably from me, so that's cool. I don't need to care. These things are called 555 timers, and they are timers. You basically hook a bunch of crap up to them, and it makes them do something. It outputs whatever it is, 5 volts, 6 volts, 9 volts. I think it goes up to something like 12 volts or something. I don't really know. Don't quote me on that, because I am honestly kind of an idiot when it comes to electronics. But anyways, this is a timer circuit. It outputs a clock signal to the clock pin on this thing, which is called a 6502 processor. It is the same chip that was used in the original Nintendo Entertainment System, the Atari 2600, and all kinds of personal computers throughout the 80s. This is a different version, and it's what's called CMOS, which is complementary metal oxide semiconductor. And you don't really need to know what that really means, except for the fact that it is more stable than the old TTL, or transistor logic chips from the 80s. So this can basically store a signal with a much lower clock input than the older chips. So whereas the older chips, you would have lost some of your data and calculations. I don't really know how that works, honestly. You might have lost some of your data if the clock speed was below a certain value. This one remains static, down to some weird value or whatever, or maybe indefinitely, so you don't lose your data. It is connected to an Arduino Mega, and it has something like 50 input connection, no, not even inputs, they're just generic digital data I/O lines. But it's connected to 16 of them. Each one of these pins is connected to an address line. So there are two kinds of things in this chip. There's data lines. There's 8 of those, and that's basically your 8-bit data bus that like transfers information back and forth. Then you have address lines that actually store values, and there's 16 of those. And those 16 values are hooked up to this. So at any time, I can basically take a look at the serial output, which is just, you know, what shows up on the screen on Arduino for this thing, and it'll tell me in binary the values that I'm getting out of this chip. So it'll tell me what it's doing. I can basically decode those binary values into hex, and then see the data sheet for this thing, and then look up the operation codes and find out what exactly it's doing, what the command is. So my goal is to basically turn this into some kind of functional computer with, you know, ROM, RAM, all kinds of crap that I can just kind of, I don't know, I was thinking about maybe making just a 6502 based NES emulator of some kind or something like that. I don't really know yet what I want to do with this, or I might just like try to make some kind of like user interface or operating system for it. I mean, honestly, one of my goals is to write an operating system, although that's a very, very lofty goal that may or may not ever happen. I think it'd be really, really cool, even if it's just like a simple 8-bit thing. Anyways, this has gone way off the rails. I just wanted to share something that I was interested in, and that's something I've been working on. So there we go. I guess things about this video, things that I want the people watching this video to obviously participate in some kind of discussion if anyone ever ends up watching this. So what do you like doing? Do you enjoy electronics? Do you hate electronics? Do you think it's the most stupid, mind-warping, dumb thing ever? Do you live on a farm without internet and are somehow watching this video because your friend downloaded it onto a CD and sent it to you through snail mail? Tell me in the comments below, or send me a letter to address redacted. Anyways, I hope whatever time it is where you live, that it is a good one. And yeah, see you next time. I don't know really when I'm going to make more of these videos. I'll just make them as I feel inspired or as I feel like I want to share something or that something cool happened. My goal is to kind of share what I'm doing and like, you know, because I have a lot of interests, a lot of hobbies, and I kind of just do things day to day that I think are somewhat interesting to the right people. So, you know, if there's something specific that I have talked about that you think would be interesting for me to go into more detail about, then please mention it. Or if there's something that I've talked about that you have more experience in or experience in general and you want to share that, talk about it. Anyways, I plan to maybe make another one of these videos within the next few days and probably from there indefinitely onwards. Yeah, have a good one. Goodbye.